The floor, Jefferson, behind the back, oh, razzle-dazzle, 10 to Martin, 7 seconds.
Top 10 craftiest NBA players of all time. The sport of basketball is like a beautiful art to its enthusiast. It's like poetry in motion to see players driving, cutting, and kicking the ball to the open man. It is a sport that can be taught and learned from a textbook in school. However, the legends separate themselves from the rest in their ability to be crafty. That means they can improvise, go off script, and make the unexpected play in outfoxing the defense through passing or scoring. It leaves us oohing and aahing from the stands of the couch at home. In this video, we will discuss the top 10 craftiest players of all time. The list was determined based on flair, ball handling, improvisation, and dynamic passing. Let's jump right in and check out the trickery. Number 10. Pete Maravich. Born Peter Press Maravich, but known to most as Pistol Pete, Maravich played in the NBA from 1970 to 1980. He played with the Atlanta Hawks, New Orleans Jazz, and the Boston Celtics. Maravich was a dominant player in the 1970s, averaging 24.2 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 5.4 assists for his career. In a February 25, 1977 game against the New York Knicks, Pistol Pete dropped 68 points in the home win. Pete was much more than a scorer. He was a pioneer ahead of his time in making show-stopping plays. He twisted, he faked, and was crafty in his playmaking. In this clip, Maravich is seen heading towards two Laker players, switches to his left in mid-air, and banks it home. In this next clip, he makes an over-the-shoulder no-look pass to a teammate for the jumper. In this final clip, he dribbles behind the back to beat the defender, sees the teammate running the lane, and feeds him with a dime of a no-look pass. Those kinds of savvy and uncanny plays make Pistol Pete belong on this list. Number 9. Manu Ginobili. Drafted at number 57 in the second round of the 1999 NBA Draft, no one could have expected that Ginobili would have been so special. He is a 4-time NBA, 2-time All-Star, and a 6th Man of the Year winner. Ginobili's career was built around his craftiness alone. The Argentinian is a danger with the ball in his hands because he shoots threes at an efficient rate and slashes to the rim with athleticism and deceptiveness. He is credited for bringing the Euro step to the NBA. Under Coach Popovich, he mastered the ability to make the right reads, find the open man, or score himself. In this first clip, he splits the Laker defender's bumps into the monstrous body of Shaq and still could adjust for the time and won almost without looking. In the next clip against the Hornets defender, he stops on a dime, changes direction, and finishes on the opposite side of the rim. In the final clip, he goes straight at the Kings defender in a fast break. Manu goes behind the back, through the second defender, and kisses off the other side of the rim. Yes, Manu was as crafty as they come, and number 9 on our list. Number 8. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, aka Uncle Drew, was a number 1 pick for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2011 NBA Draft. He played 6 seasons in Cleveland, 2 seasons in Boston, and now playing with the Brooklyn Nets. He captured a historic title in Cleveland in 2016 and is a 7-time NBA All-Star. Kyrie is widely regarded as one of the current NBA craftiest players. Kyrie's handles puts elite players on skates. He can shift direction quickly and head to the rim to make ridiculous off-balance shots with both hands. In this first clip, Kyrie went MJ on us when he beat his defender Isaiah Thomas with a quick change of direction, evaded the shock blocking of Al Horford by going to the other side of the rim for the acrobatic layup. In this next clip against the Wizards, Kyrie beats 2 double teams, the first with the dribble and the second in the air to make the layup on the other side of the rim. In this final clip, Kyrie dazzles the helpless defender with an inside-out dribble and hangs in mid-air to get the ball and won with the layup with his offhand. That was just filthy. Number 7. Magic Johnson. The Magic Man was drafted first overall in the 1979 draft by the Los Angeles Lakers. He is a 5-time champion, 3-time MVP, and 3-time Finals MVP. The guy's nickname is Magic for a reason, because of his ability to manipulate the defense and find the open man. Magic averaged 11.2 assists per game and had 2,346 assists in the playoffs, which are both records. At 6'9", Magic was the de facto point guard that led the Laker dynasty in the 1980s and amassed 10,141 assists for 6th all-time. He was so crafty in carving up the opposition's defense, especially in transition. In this first clip, Magic made a 43-yard skip pass to James Worthy for the easy layup. In the next clip, he finds Worthy again with a no-look pass after beating his man with the dribble. Finally, after making an effort play to retrieve the ball on the ground, Magic made a bounce pass from his butt to Rambis for the flush. Yes, Magic brought Showtime to the basketball stage, and that was because he was crafty. Number 6. LeBron James. The Chosen One was drafted number 1 overall to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2003 NBA Draft. He's a 3-time NBA MVP, 4-time champion, and 4-time NBA Finals MVP.
I love these guys, man.
Like Magic at number 7, LeBron's craftiness comes from his abilities to dictate the pace of the game, make passes, and finish expertly at the rim with his athleticism. In the association, LeBron has amassed 9,682 assists for 6th all-time. In this first clip, he fakes the pass to Kyle Korver that freezes the defense and drops the no-look pass to Zizic. In the next clip, it shows his craftiness to score. He splits the defense with a behind-the-back dribble, takes the contact, and makes the basket. Yes, King James was crafty because of the dual threat. Number 5. Steph Curry. The baby-faced assassin was drafted 7th overall from Davidson in the 2009 NBA Draft by the Golden State Warriors. Curry is a 2-time MVP and a 3-time NBA champion. Steph has emerged as the greatest shooter in NBA history because he is poised to pass Ray Allen on the all-time three-point list and reset it for future generations. However, Steph's game is not all about threes because over the years, his handles, ability to change speed, and passing make him as crafty as ever. In this clip, with eyes in the back of his head, he makes a ridiculous no-look pass to Jerebko for the open 3. In the next clip, we see Steph face off with Gobert, who is a great defender, but overmatched by Steph's handles, and then he goes under Dia for the layup.
Watch this. He's gonna try to go up, and then right there, hit him right on top of the head.
Number 4. Michael Jordan. MJ is considered by the most greatest player of all time. He was drafted 3rd overall out of the University of North Carolina. If there is an all-time list of anything Jordan should be on due to his dominance. In this case, Jordan was among the craftiest players with his ability to dribble, pass, and make tough shots at the rim. In this first clip, he toys with the Hawks' defense by throwing an absurd one-handed no-look pump fake and then delivering it to a cutting Scottie Pippen. In this infamous layup, Jordan goes down the lane and decides in mid-air to switch hands and lay it on the other side of the rim. In this last clip, he beats a Nets defender off the dribble and splits 2 more defenders while laying it up on the other side of the rim. Yes, Jordan's improvisation and crafty plays had everyone standing on their feet wondering, how did he do that? The only reason he isn't in the top 3 is that Jordan was more than crafty and 3 players ahead of him are all about it. Number 3. Jason Williams. Jason Williams, also known as White Chocolate, played in the league from 1998 to 2011. He played for the Memphis Grizzlies, Sacramento Kings, Miami Heat, and Orlando Magic. The stats may not be overwhelming, but Williams certainly passed the eye test at being a crafty passer and playmaker. He might have won a chip late in Miami late in his career, but a young Jason with the Kings was a very difficult guard because of his unpredictability. In this clip, Jason Williams catches an unsuspecting defender off guard when he goes behind the back to Chris Webber for the dunk, while being guard face up by a defender. In this next clip, on the fast break, he splits the Sixers' defense with a behind-the-back dribble for a layup. In this final clip, he goes for a floater, changes his mind, and makes a behind-the-back pass to a wide-open Chris Webber who nails it, to the shock in the crowd. After watching a highlight reel of Jason's plays, LeBron James said on Instagram, "My dude, you was out there silly with it," followed by 6 fire emojis. "League wasn't ready yet for what you possessed. Definitely wish I was at the end of one of those lobs or no looks." We wish that too, LeBron. Number 2. Steve Nash. Steve Nash was drafted 15th overall by the Phoenix Suns in the 1995 NBA Draft. He went on to play for the Mavericks, the Suns again, and the Lakers. He is a 2-time MVP.
As the 2-time most valuable player of the NBA, I get unprecedented access. Come on, let's go. I play basketball.
I know, you have to have a credential, sir, to come out.
And a 7-time All-Star. Nash is an ultra point guard with 10,335 assists all-time and is third on the all-time list. Steve Nash's assist stats were not superficial because he was among the most dangerous, creative, and crafty players. Nash demonstrated the ability to penetrate through the opposition's defense and create plays that no player could have seen coming. In this first clip, Nash blew by Michael Findley, goes up against the shot blocker Tim Duncan by contouring his body to do a blind wraparound pass to Amory Stoudemire for the dunk. In this next clip, he dribbles straight at the Heat's defense, forcing a collapse, and in mid-air when everyone thought he was shooting, throws a behind-the-back pass to Grant Hill for a 3. This guy was a nightmare on the open court, and that pass was mind-blowing. The only reason he isn't number 1 is that the guy at number 1 had over 1,600 more assists and was equally as crafty. Number 1. Jason Kidd. J. Kidd was drafted number 2 overall in the 1994 NBA draft by the Dallas Mavericks. He went on to play for the Phoenix Suns, New Jersey Nets, back with the Mavericks, and finally with the New York Knicks. He is a 10-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year winner, and a champion with the Mavericks in 2011. Kidd was an elite playmaker and had the defense always guessing what was his next move. In the first clip, while heading down the lane between 3 defenders, he uses his peripheral visions to deliver a no-look pass to a trailing Vince Carter, who hammered home the dunk. The play left Jay-Z looking at the Jumbotron wondering how he did that. In the next clip, J. Kidd takes a backdoor cut pass, goes under the rim to avoid the block, and has the presence of mind to toss a lob to Kenyon Martin for the dunk. In the final clip, spare a thought for Monte Ellis. He was facing a 3-on-1 fast break with Kidd leading the attack. Kidd rocks him to sleep like a baby with a wrap around his body, no-look pass to Carter for a dunk. Just crown J. Kidd as the craftiest player the league has ever seen. What do you think of our list? Who would you take out and put in? You can let me know in the comments section. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more great NBA content. Until next time.